So today we are putting 3 more fall crochet patterns to the test. Potatoes, beavers, squirrels, whatever you want it to be. Hi my crafty and cozy friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyra if you're new here, and welcome to episode 3 of putting market makes to the test. I am on a mission to find the cutest and market friendliest patterns, and I had so many cute fall makes that I had to make another video. So today we are putting 3 more fall crochet patterns to the test. If you are new to this series, I give you guys my overall thoughts on the pattern, how long it takes to make, what kind of yarn I used, how much I would charge for it, and if it passes the market-friendly test. The goal of this series is to help me and you find quick market-friendly patterns because we are in the burr months, you guys. It is busy season for small businesses, all the markets, all the events, and the goal is to just give you guys some inspiration and help you to find patterns that you can make for your next market. But if you're new here, hi, my name is Kyra, and I share behind the scenes of growing my small crochet and crafty business, Kybe Creates. I share weekly crochet content like studio vlogs, market prep, market vlogs, and just cozy behind the scenes of growing my little business. If that sounds like fun to you, definitely be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to join our crafty and cozy family. And if you guys have any patterns that you would like me to try out, definitely send them over to me on Instagram. That way I can see them and they might be featured in an upcoming market make video. And without further ado, grab your favorite snack, your favorite drink, get whatever project you're working on, and let's create together. Do you guys like my bandana? If you didn't see my last video where I do a cozy fall vlog, like a little day in my small business, I made this bandana and I'm actually so happy with how it came out. I told Brendan I kind of look like a cottagey grandma, but it's okay. I really love it. I love the colors. It reminds me of pumpkin pie, and I had to pull out a fall sweater, so I just feel like it's just giving all the fall vibes right now, and it's making me really happy. You guys, it has actually been really chilly here, especially this morning. It was 46 degrees. No, you guys know I don't like the cold weather, so that makes me really sad. But today I think it's supposed to warm up to maybe like 74. That's really not that warm. Like, it's okay. 70s is okay, but anything below that is cold, and I don't care what you say, it's cold. But anyway, I want to show you guys all the patterns that I made in my last video in case you didn't get to check that one out. So, in my previous testing fall market makes, I tested out this little mushy guy, the chunky mushroom boy. I tested out this little mini pumpkin, which I have now turned into a keychain. I also tested out these little ghosty guys. I'll bring one closer to you. So I tested him out. And then I also tested out this little candy corn guy, and all of these patterns were so fun to make. So if you're interested in learning how long they took me to make, how much I would charge for them, and all the details of these patterns, I definitely recommend going and checking that video out after this one. But today we are putting 3 new patterns to the test. So I have a couple paid ones and I have a free one. So I'm very excited for these, and you guys, let me just show you the first one. So I actually already made this. Again, if you watched my cozy fall vlog, I made the bandana and I made this little pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness. So I have already made this pattern, but I don't know how long it took me to make. And that vlog, it was more like a chill, cozy crochet vlog. I wasn't timing myself, and so I don't know how long this took to make, but I am very interested to see how long it actually does take. So we're gonna be testing this one out, and I'll let you guys know the materials I use and just overall my thoughts on the pattern a little bit more in depth. So I am excited to try this out. This is, I wrote all these down so that I can make sure I get them right. This is the mini pumpkin pie plush by Little Baby Rory Crafts. And oh my gosh, you guys, this is just absolutely precious. So she does have like a big pumpkin pie version, and this is the mini version. So I feel like this is gonna be a lot more market friendly than her bigger pumpkin pie, but I'm still considering making the big pumpkin pie for our kitchen table. It's just so adorable, you guys. And you guys know I don't really like pumpkin pie, but I've told you before that I like pumpkin flavored things, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, I like pumpkin rolls, I like pumpkin flavored cookies, I like pumpkin coffee, but I don't like pumpkin pie. So I guess the only pumpkin pie baking I'm going to be doing is by crocheting a little pumpkin pie. But anyway, we'll be testing this pattern out and I'll let you guys know how long it takes. So that's the first thing we're making today. And then next up, I have it pulled up here on my laptop. Let me find it. We are going to be testing the Pumpkin Friend by Ollie's Crochet. And this is a free pattern on her Instagram. And these little guys look so cute. They aren't Jellycat, but they look Jellycat inspired. Like there's a little pumpkin body and then it has little dangly feet and she has it sitting, it looks like on her TV stand. And it's just so cute. I feel like people will really enjoy these at your market. And even if you're just making these for yourself to have at home, like imagine it if I had room on my shelf. Imagine it sitting and like dangling its little feet down. I just think it's such a cute pattern. So we're going to be trying that out. And it looks like this pattern only has a few slides to make it. So I don't think it's gonna take that long. She actually says that you can make this in 30 minutes or less. So we'll see how long it takes. But we're gonna be trying out the Pumpkin Friend pattern. And the final crochet pattern we're testing is the Lo-So Squirrel by Avery Crafts a Lot. And this is also a paid pattern on her Etsy shop. But you guys, in my area, I live in West Virginia, so it's very like a rural area. And like I've told you guys, I'm really going for the woodland theme. Like I have my little bears, I made the deer, I made a little fox, like all the woodland animals this fall. So this little squirrel I think will be perfect. And she says it's market friendly. So I'm very excited to try this pattern out as well. We have all kinds of cute fall crochet patterns to look forward to today. You guys have been sending me so many fun crochet patterns and there's just so many. So I am actually going to be doing a spooky market makes video coming up soon. So if you have any markets closer to Halloween that you want to have, like not necessarily fall, but maybe like little ghosts, but we're not testing ghosts, we're doing new patterns. So I'm very excited for that video to come out as well. There's just so many ideas I have for this series and I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying it. And I'm just glad that we're able to get some inspiration, find some quick market patterns, and get ready for our upcoming markets in this really busy season. So the first pattern we're gonna start out with is the Mini Pumpkin Pie Plush by Little Baby Rory Crafts. So I'll go ahead and go over all the colors that I'm going to be using, the yarn types, and I have it all sitting here in front of me. Again, this is what she looks like when she's all finished. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love it so much. So the colors I'm using is Tangerine and Premier Parfait Chunky. That's the orange color we're using. And then also using Toffee and Premier Parfait Chunky. That's for the pie crust. And then I'm using the white color and Big Twist Baby Bear for the little whipped cream on top, which that's totally optional. And one thing I've noticed with this pattern is you can either do the little eyes and the smile, which that's absolutely adorable. I think you should do that. But I also think it'd be nice if you offered some without the whipped cream, or not without the whipped cream, what am I saying? Without the little eyes, and made it more of just like a plain pumpkin pie. So you move this down a little bit and made one without the little eyes. So we might try that out as well today. So I'm very excited to see how long this actually takes to make. And you guys, I have actually been enjoying working with the Premier Parfait Chunky a lot. I didn't know how much I would like it, like compared to my Big Twist Baby Bear that you guys know I loved that for so long. But this is actually like, it seems softer, at least compared to this skein. Now some of the skeins of the Big Twist Baby Bear that I have are pretty soft. I'm trying to see. I think this is one. So it is, but this just seems like so, I don't know, like not fluffy, but it's just different. It's different to work with, but it just glides so nicely. And you guys know that I use the clover hooks. So today we're going to be working with the Clover 6mm hook to make this little pumpkin pie plushie. And so we're going to start out, oh, I almost forgot. We need our timer here, and you guys, me and this timer, I cannot get this figured out. And again, my iPad's only on 27%, so we'll see how long it lasts before I have to plug it in and before it gives us problems, because it seems to give us problems in every single video. So I'm gonna have to move, well, let's see. I'm gonna arrange some things and I'll see you guys in a second. So for now, I think this is the angle we're gonna go for. You guys can see the timer right here. You can see my little plushie fall gallery right here. You guys, these are so cute. This is my little pumpkin turtle I made by Cheerful Coyote. Such a cute little pattern. And then of course the pumpkin pup that I made, oh my goodness, by Crochet by Met. And then the little pumpkin pie plushie I already made. So they're gonna be hanging out with us while we're testing out this pattern. You see, can you see them? There we go. So it looks like you start out with the pumpkin pie filling. So that's what we're gonna be doing first. And there's already a knot in my yarn somehow. You guys, oh my gosh. I have all my yarn in like one of these big bags and I carry it around with me. That way it's easy for me to take it like to the bedroom, to our living room, wherever I want to crochet. But all these skeins of yarn get like so tangled up and then I get little knots in them and it's just a mess. So how do you guys normally transport your yarn? Do you have like a yarn bag, or what do you do? Do you only bring a couple skeins with you? I feel like whenever I'm not in here, I bring like so many different skeins of yarn in my yarn bag because I never know what I want to make. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So I have to have all the options, right? But anyway, once I get this yarn knot out, we will go ahead and start working. It might be a minute. There we go. All right, the knot is out. So I'm gonna go ahead, get my timer going, and we're gonna start this little pumpkin pie plushie.
How do I say goodbye? Caroline, heaven knows I'd stay, but I have to run.
All right, so the little filling is all finished now, and it took me 6 minutes and 18 seconds to do this. So that's what it looks like. And like you guys can see, it's really not that big. So I feel like this is gonna be a very quick pattern. We'll see. I'm very interested to know how long it takes me to make. But that's what it looks like. And next up, it looks like we're gonna add the safety eyes in, which I will add safety eyes on this one. And then we're gonna make our crust, and then we're gonna attach. And after that, we just gotta add the little frillies. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the eyes in, then we'll get to working on the crust.
Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now. Even if I bleed on the pavement, Caroline, I'm leaving now. I've been wandering through the woods.
All right, so we are 15 minutes in, 15 and 56 seconds, and there's the little crust. So that's what the bottom looks like, what the inside looks like. And now we are gonna go ahead and attach them together. But look how cute, oh my goodness. I actually really enjoy attaching things. Like whenever you're putting things together, I don't know, I like that a little bit. I don't like sewing, but she does have you crochet things together, so that is nice. This is a very low sew pattern from what I remember whenever I made it before. I think the only sewing is really just putting on the little whipped cream on the front of him. So any kind of like low sew pattern is for me. Now sometimes I do think sewing's necessary, like with my little pumpkin puppy here, but if it can be avoided, I do like to just crochet things in, crochet things together. But we're gonna go ahead and do that next. I'm going to predict and say, with the rest of the time left, we gotta attach these pieces together, stuff it, add the whipped cream. I'm going to say this pattern's gonna end up taking us, let's say 27 minutes. We'll see, 27 minutes, that's my guess.
So I'm leaving now. Don't know.
Okay, so let me adjust the camera here. I have finished crocheting the little pumpkin pieces, and oh my gosh, so cute. So I really like this. I think this is a fun pattern so far. I'm really enjoying it. It doesn't seem too hard. I feel like, I don't know what she rates this pattern as. I would say it's probably like a beginner friendly pattern. You could definitely do it if you haven't crocheted for very long. But this is where we're at. We are at 21 minutes and 3 seconds. So we have the little ruffles to add on there. So we might be pretty close to that 27-minute mark. We'll have to see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the little ruffles on, and I will see you guys to add the whipped cream in.
I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now.
Okay, so we are at 27 minutes and 13 seconds, but we're not done yet. I still need to sew on the little whipped cream onto the top of the pumpkin plushie, or not the pumpkin plushie, the pumpkin pie plushie, and then we'll be all finished. So I was close to 27 minutes. I'd say it's probably gonna take me a little over 30 now. And isn't that cute? It looks like just a little jellyfish tendril. So we're gonna go ahead and sew that onto the little pumpkin pie using my little sticks here. And then after that, I'm not going to include the time to do the face detailing. I've told you guys that before because that's like an optional thing. That's not part of the actual pattern. You might choose not to add the little eyes and stuff. So I'm not going to add the time in for that. But once we sew this on top, we will be all finished with our little pumpkin pie plushie. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And then I'll talk to you guys about my overall thoughts on the pattern, how much I'm going to charge for this, and just if it passes the market friendly test. So our little pumpkin pie plushie is finished in 30 minutes and 21 seconds. So while I'm embroidering the little face details, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about the pattern. I really liked this. It is so fun. Like, you know how some patterns you do and you're just like, ugh, you know, you don't want to make it. I feel like I could make this one over and over, and I really, really enjoy it. It is such a fun pattern, like just the way that she has you make the little filling, the crust, the way you attach it, and even the way that you make the whipped cream. Like that's such a good idea. So I really enjoyed this pattern, and I would say that it is definitely market friendly. Obviously, I gotta do the check mark. Market friendly because it only takes 30 minutes. That is not long at all. As for pricing, I think that I would probably price this little guy. Let's look at this one, the finished one. I would say, if it takes 30 minutes, do you guys think $12 is too much? I feel like, okay, I know it only takes 30 minutes, and a lot of times, like, I'll price things at like $10, but I just feel like the way that it looks like it took a longer amount of time. And with the sewing on the details and stuff, I feel like I would buy this for $12 personally. I think that it's a really cute pattern. So do you guys think 12? Do you think 10? Maybe even, you can maybe even get like 13 for this little guy, I think. I do know he's small, but it's such a cute little seasonal item. And whenever people think of crochet, like, I know a lot of people don't understand how much time it takes to put into these things, your materials, the labor, like the toll it takes on your hands and everything. But people will buy a $13 like tiny little sign at Hobby Lobby or at TJ Maxx or something, no problem. But I feel like whenever it comes to crochet, they see it and they're like, oh, that's too small, I'm not gonna pay that much for it. But I really think that kind of educating people on crochet, and I know that some people have little signs that say like why crochet is pricey. I think that the Celestial Homebody has one of those signs, and a couple other crocheters, and I do think that's a good idea to display at your booth, just to where people know like the amount of time that it takes you, the yarn cost. Like, there's no machine that can replicate this. The only thing that can make crochet is a human being that's putting the labor in with their hands, stitch by stitch. Each stitch is handmade, and you can't get that anywhere else. So I feel like crochet is so valuable, and it's really nice, I think, to educate people. And especially if you get any comments, which I've gotten one before at my market in April. I had made my Sleepy Goose, and I'm pretty sure that I had either 20, maybe 28 on it, or 30. It's a decent sized plushie. It was like that. I don't remember exactly how long it took me to make, but I was also like newer to crochet then, and so it took me a while, and I just wanted to put 28 on it. And I remember the comment, this little girl, she really, really wanted it, and her grandma was like, $28, oh my goodness. And I do understand that. I know that's a lot of money, but the thing is, like, people will go buy a stuffed animal for $30. Like little jelly cats, you know how much those are? Those Labubu's, you know how much those are? People will spend $50 on a little tiny Labubu, but whenever it comes to crochet, they don't want to pay that much. And that's just kind of sad to me. Like, I don't know. I think we need to make people aware of how much time and effort it takes to crochet, and like what a unique craft that is. Not everybody can do that. So if you crochet, definitely don't feel bad about pricing your items. Like, I know at some points it can be a little bit crazy if you price it like super high or whatever, but you know how much you're worth, you know how much time it took you to make, so I don't think you should feel bad for putting the price tag on there that you feel like you deserve, because someone somewhere will see the value in the work that you have. So that's my encouragement to you. I know that with markets coming up, that's going to be something that probably will come up at some point if you sell crochet, and you want to make sure that you get your time's worth out of it. Don't just make a million plushies and then sell them for like $5 and not make any profit at all, because you took your time to make those things and you deserve to get a little bit of a profit out of them. So that's my encouragement to you today. So I went ahead, let me tuck this little tail in here, and I will show you guys the finished result. Okay, so this one is a very happy pumpkin pie compared to my other one. Oh my gosh, that one's like super mega happy. It has like the biggest little smile. That is so cute. And that's another thing. Crochet is so unique. Like, I made both of these little plushies, but look at how different they look. Like the smiles, the eyes, the way the little whipped cream is on top, the ruffles. It is the same pattern made by the same person, but it just comes out so unique and different because it is handmade. It's a handmade item, and that is so valuable. So anyway, little pumpkin pies, definitely market friendly, such a fun pattern. I definitely recommend it, and I would sell these for $12 to $13. So I had to go get some water because I'm talking too much. And you guys, look at how pretty this sticker is on my little Stanley cup. I feel like it matches so well. And if you haven't seen these stickers, speaking of stickers, I want to show you guys all the new stickers that I added to my shop. So I spent this past weekend just designing. I had so much fun. I went on Canva, I was thinking of different sticker ideas, and if you guys have noticed, I did take down all the other stickers on my shop that weren't my designs. I really wanted to have stickers that I designed myself, and so I spent the weekend designing different ones, and I have to show you guys. So I'll show you guys all the ones for my crochet girlies first. So this one says coffee and crochet, and it is a little goose. It is so adorable. I love it so much. It's holding a little coffee cup. So we have coffee and crochet. And last time I talked to you guys, I was having so much trouble with figuring out what was wrong with my printer. And it turns out it wasn't my printer's fault. It was whenever I was using Cricut, it was making them like lower quality and not printing at the highest quality. So I figured that out. So now there's no quality issues at all. They look so vibrant and pretty. So that's the first one. Next up, I wanted to make one that says professional yarn collector. So it has a little trophy. I know the glare is getting in the way. It has like a little trophy on there. It has a little bee and then some little tulips at the bottom. And it says professional yarn collector because, as you guys can tell, you can't even see all my yarn. I have my blues there, some of my greens, my purples, and then extra skeins at the bottom, my acrylic. Basically, I have a lot of yarn, so I'm a professional yarn collector. So there's that one coming to the shop, well, on the shop. And then next up, we have just one more row. And I think I'm gonna make one that says just one more round too. That way I cover all the people that like flat crochet versus amigurumi. So just one more row, and look out for just one more round coming. And then, okay, so next up it says certified silly goose with the cutest little dancing goose on there. I love it so much. It's kind of hard to see the pink. Can you guys, it's not focusing. I promise in person, there, you can kind of see. So it says certified silly goose. And then I designed a couple Bible verse stickers. It just has the verse Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future, or a hope and a future. So there's that sticker. And then the other Bible verse sticker, and this one is perfect for fall, you guys. I love it. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. And it has the cutest little deer with an acorn and some leaves on there. So a cute little fall sticker. And then I have a Crafty and Cozy Fam sticker here. If you're part of the Crafty and Cozy Fam, make sure that you grab a little sticker to represent. So I have that one. And then we have Kybe Creates, the one that's on my water bottle. And this one is so shimmery. I love, love, love like the little protective cover that I put on there. And the other ones are just plain like shiny. They're all super shiny, but this one has like the prettiest little iridescent, glittery, holographic, whatever, glitter. It's glittery basically. So there's that sticker. And then I also have this one here that says all things crafty and cozy, because you guys know I love all things crafty and cozy. So that's what that one looks like, with a little coffee cup, a bow, yarn, and then a little book at the bottom with some flowers coming out of it. And then of course the ones that I had before that says let's go to the bookstore. I've designed that in the past. And then, oh, I don't have my cake sticker. I have one that says you are loved. I'll pop it up right here so you guys can see it. But I just wanted to let you know that I have all these new stickers available on the shop, and I'm going to be designing some more crafty stickers. So if you don't crochet, there will be some crafty stickers on there for you. I'm going to be doing some more crochet stickers and just some more Bible verse stickers. So definitely be looking on my shop for that. It's kybeecreates.com. And one more update before we get on with the next pattern. I have been working on my little candy corn bear. I told you guys I'm in the middle of my pattern designing journey. And so here's where I think the final pattern's gonna be like. Now his eyes are too far apart, I know, but this is like another little prototype or whatever. It's not the finished plushie, but I do like the shape of it compared to the other ones out in the living room. Hold on. Okay, so here is the process that I went through. This was my very first attempt at making the candy corn bear. So as you can see, I don't like how this gets bigger. I do really like how that one stays kind of all the same shape. I kind of think that this little light muzzle is cuter. And obviously, like I said, the eyes are too far apart. He needs blush. But I do think I like the smaller shape of him, because I think this could be a market-friendly pattern. I haven't timed myself making this, and this isn't 100% like set in stone or anything yet. I need to write it up, which I have started writing up the pattern, but I need to remake this and kind of just tweak all the little details, get the finishing touches on it. But this is a pattern that I think I'm going to end with. You guys have also seen where I tried the candy corn bear like this. So this was attempt number 1. This was attempt number 2, because I was like, well, it needs to be more of a candy corn shape. But then a lot of you voted and said that you liked this shape better. So I went ahead and tried to tweak this shape a little bit, and this is what we're coming up with. So I don't think I'm gonna add the legs, because it didn't look right. I did add the little legs on there, and then I ended up taking them out and going for a look without it. So that's what he looks like. Imagine him with like closer together eyes, maybe a lighter colored muzzle and some blush. And I think that this is really cute. And I'm so excited, you guys. So once I make this, it's going to be a free pattern for my first ever pattern. I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. So I will be making this a free pattern available on my Instagram. And maybe I'll do like a little tutorial on YouTube or something for you guys if you like tutorials. And I might even like write it up if you like PDF patterns to make it printable and stuff. Maybe I'll list that on my website. But I wanted to show you guys the update for the candy corn bear and all the different phases that he's went through. So comment down below which one is your favorite. Now, all of them are like, they have imperfections, that's for sure. This is my first ever pattern that I've ever wrote. But I think they're all unique and all really cute in their own way. But for a market-friendly pattern, and that's the goal for this, I think this is the most market-friendliest because it's a little bit smaller in size. It's definitely the most basic. It's not that hard to do. It's just basically some color changes, some baubles are thrown in there, and then you're just doing the embroidery details. So it's not a hard pattern, but I'm so excited. So anyway, I wanted to give you an update on my little candy corn bears, and he's gonna hang out up there with us. And so the next pattern that we're diving into now, let me get it pulled up here, is the Pumpkin Friend by Ollie's Crochet on Instagram. So the colors we're going to be using, it looks like she used Bernat blanket yarn, and hers turned out to be a decent size. Yeah, she did. She used Bernat blanket 8mm, which is the hook size I use for Bernat. And then let's see. It looks like you start out with his little shoes, you work up into the leg, which goes up into the body. And then after that, you do some shaping, you do the stem and the leaf. It looks like this is not going to be a tricky pattern at all. And they are so, so cute. Oh my gosh, I love them. So the colors I'm going to use, I had them somewhere here. There they are. Hold on. We're gonna be using Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion in Coffee for the little feet. And then I'm going to be using Bernat Mystical, whatever the orange color is, for the pumpkin body, because I ended up getting like 3 skeins of this. And I don't know, I feel like I haven't been using it as much. I thought I would use it for the fall, but whenever I look at it compared to orange, it's really not that orange. Do you guys think it is? This is Tangerine Premier Chenille Brights, and then this is Bernat Blanket Mystical. It's really cool. Like I did use it on my turtle here. I do think it looks like a pumpkin, but Brendan thinks it looks like orange or not orange, like pinkish red, which I can see that, I guess, especially on camera. It kind of looks like that. But anyway, we're using Bernat Mystical. We're using Coffee Cozy Occasion. And let me go ahead, get everything ready here, get the iPad. It's on 9%, so I had to plug it in. But I didn't put it on low power mode, so it shouldn't turn off while we're working on this pattern. But we'll see what ends up happening. But let me get all situated, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, I think we're ready. And it looks like she does have a PDF and printer-friendly version for $1 on her Etsy if you're interested in that. I know sometimes that's definitely easier than pulling up Instagram every single time. So I wanted to mention that, but I'm gonna go ahead, start the timer, and we'll get to work on this little pumpkin friend.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight.
All right, so 6 minutes, 33 seconds in, and we have his little feet. So cute. And I will say, I can already tell this is gonna take me, I don't think it's gonna take me like a super long time, but it just feels slower. Using Bernat, like I have been making so many keychains over the past few days, and I've been using my Big Twist, my Premier Parfait Chunky, and that just glides so much nicer on the hooks. With Bernat Blanket, there's a little bit more drag, especially with the Cozy Occasion. I do really like that yarn, but there's just so much drag with it. And they don't make metal clover hooks in 8mm. I feel like I'm gonna snap this. That is my biggest fear. I've been seeing on Instagram where people snap these hooks so easy, and I was gonna order an extra one like to have as a backup, because there's been a few times when I'm like, oh, like it feels like it's gonna snap, but I did not get one. I don't know if they only have them in stock at certain times, but I can't find it on Amazon right now, so I don't know. But anyway, little feets are done, 6 minutes, 33 seconds, and now it looks like we're going to be, let's see, I'm going to be attaching the orange yarn to our little feet there. So I like this. I like that it's not like sewing. You don't have to do any sewing. You just basically insert your hook like she says. Ooh, see, this is the struggle too. Getting your hook in there after that. Is that good? Insert your hook and then done using a surface crochet method, and then you'll just be chaining up. So that's not gonna be hard. Let's go ahead, work on the feet, attach that to the little pumpkin body, and I'll see you guys with an update soon.
You and I can weather any storm.
All right, so 23 minutes and 27 seconds, and this is what we have so far of our little pumpkin friend. This is so cute. So right now he just looks like a little ball with tiny little legs, but here in a second we're gonna do the shaping, we're gonna do his stem, and also the leaf. So for the shaping, which actually a lot of you guys have told me, so you guys know that I feel like I can't get the shaping right with the actual like thicker yarns. So a lot of you told me to go ahead and do shaping with just like acrylic yarn. So I think we'll use this and do the shaping. That way we can pull it a little bit more and get like a better shape to it. And then after that, to do the stem, you basically insert your hook in, chain 4, and then you're single crocheting down. And then after that, you're doing the leaf, same thing, insert your crochet hook, you're single crocheting, or not, chaining 6, and then increasing down. the chain. So that doesn't seem too bad, and we're almost finished. I'd say we'll get done. Maybe it'll take me a little bit over half an hour. I don't know if we'll be exactly at that 30-minute mark or not, but like I've told you guys before, I feel like I'm a slow crocheter, so you might be able to get this done like a lot quicker than me. But this is what the little pumpkin guy's looking like. This is so cute, such a cute little pattern. So let's go ahead, do the shaping, do the stem and the leaf, and I'll see you guys in a second.
Bolts of lightning, pouring rain, crescent moon has taken itself far away to lay down. One more lazy dream. I can't sleep.
So our little pumpkin friend is all finished, and this is such an adorable pattern. I love it so much. So he ended up taking 31 minutes and 11 seconds to make. So that is not bad at all. And like I told you guys, what you do is you start out, you make the little feet, you chain up, then you single crochet around and add the little legs to the body. Then you kind of do your increases, decreases, and then to add the stem and the little leaf on top, insert your hook into the top of the pumpkin, chain up, single crochet down, and then for the leaf you increase down to give it that little bit of a curl on top. And overall, this was also a really fun pattern to make. I love that it's no-sew, like, again. Oh my goodness, Loom, what do you do? She has a Q-tip. Do your cats play with Q-tips? She goes nuts over Q-tips. So if you hear her crashing around, I don't know if you can see her. Yeah, look at her. Luna, you're being crazy. Oh, well now she's going to be very distracting. But anyway, this pattern is so cute and so fun. Let me go ahead, I'm gonna turn this and we'll set it on the shelf. I don't have much room. Look at it, look at its little dangly legs hanging off there. That is so cute. So I would say this pattern is definitely market friendly for sure. The time is good. It's a fun pattern to make. It's not hard. It's no-sew. And for pricing, let's see. I think maybe, okay. So this is the problem. I feel like he could maybe be 10 again. And I know this one took the same amount of time, but this one, I don't know. This just seems a little bit more detailed than this one. I don't know what people would think. Like, they're similar in size, I would say. Do you guys think we could get 10 to 12 out of this little guy? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think I'm gonna price him probably maybe 10. I don't know. 10 to 12. That's my thoughts. 10 to 12 on him. Comment down below. For each of these plushies, I'd love to hear what you guys would price yours at. That way it kind of helps me to know what to price mine as well, and we can just help each other out in the comments, because that seems to be a tricky thing for a lot of crocheters, is knowing how much to price your plushies at. So that can be helpful if we all kind of get together down in the comments and just help each other out. So yes, this is a market-friendly pattern, the Pumpkin Friend by Ollie's Crochet on Instagram. Okay friends, and the final pattern we are testing today is the Low-Sew Squirrel by Avery Crafts a Lot. So like I said, this is a paid pattern on her Etsy shop, but just in the area that I'm at, I feel like these little squirrels will be a big hit out of fall market, because there's squirrels everywhere. Squirrels are always running across the yard, running up the trees. Squirrels are definitely a big thing in my area. So I feel like these little guys will do good. And so the color we're going to be using is like this darkish brown. This is Hobie Honey Bunny yarn. And I only have like just this little bit left of it. So maybe I'll use this up to make all different kinds of squirrels. And I think you could also do like light brown squirrels, gray squirrels, whatever color squirrel you want. But she doesn't say, I don't think at least, how long it takes to make this pattern. But I don't think that it's gonna be too bad. So it looks like you start with the tail first. Then you go into your body, and what are you sewing? Okay, it looks like you're like tacking the tail onto the back of the body to where it sticks up and looks nice. And then, okay, the ears you're also not having to sew on. You're kind of like working those in to the body, basically. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start this little squirrel pattern. I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Again, I'm gonna guesstimate and say this squirrel takes me maybe 35 minutes. I don't know why I feel like that, but that's the guess right now. So let's reset. Look, I got my little pumpkin buddy with his little legs dangling off there. So he's gonna be sitting there with us, and we're gonna go ahead and get to work on this squirrel.
But it isn't true. I was just as lonely with you. And I guess I always will be. Someday soon I am gonna go back behind the clouds to see the big light show in the sky.
Okay friends, the little squirrel body is all finished. We still have to add on the tail, like tack it up. Actually, it kind of looks like a beaver. So I guess you could make little beavers too if you didn't want to do a squirrel. But without the tail, doesn't it look like a mad potato? I feel like this body just looks like a little potato with arms. And if you did angry eyebrows, it'd be like a little mad potato, especially if you used a golden potato color. You guys, I don't know where my mind's going right now. And potatoes, beavers, squirrels, whatever you want it to be. But we just have to tack the little tail up and then make the ears. And after that, this little guy's all done. We are currently at 20 minutes, 24 seconds. So to work up the base body of the squirrel in 20 minutes is amazing. That is not bad at all. And I think this is so cute. You guys, it's gonna be so adorable. And then you embroider the little nose, so we still have to do that. And I'm trying to figure out what color I want to use for that. Let me see, I think she did like a darker brown squirrel. Okay, she used black for her darker brown squirrel, but then she also did gray, and with the gray squirrel, she did like a dark gray. So I was kind of seeing if this would look good as like a little, I don't know. Maybe we should just stick with black. Hers looks good with the black, so we'll just stick with black. But anyway, I need to figure out the ears before I attempt this really quick. It looks like it says Pico. Is that how you say it? Pico, Picot stitch, whatever. I can't say. I think it's Picot. Let me, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna ask Siri. Hey Siri, how do you pronounce Picot stitch? Oh, Pico. P-E-E-Koh. Pico. So it's a Pico stitch to do the ears. So I need to refresh myself. I think I've done that before, but I do not know how to do that right now. So let's see, what's it say? Single crochet in the back bump, the second chain from the hook. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it. All right, so let's go ahead, tack this tail, do the Pico stitches for the little ears, and there's other things for the ears too. Let's get to work. All right, friends, our little squirrel is all finished now, minus the embroidered nose. We'll do that in a minute. But he took a total of 24 minutes and 6 seconds to make this little squirrely guy. But technically, this pattern took 20 minutes to actually crochet. I feel like whenever I'm weaving in the ends and sewing on the stuff, I don't know if I should count that. Do you guys think I should count that in the time? I know that's like the total time to make the plushie. Like weaving in, you're getting a finished project in 24 minutes and 6 seconds. But let me know, do you think I should add in like the sewing time, the weaving in tails time, or should I kind of count that off? If we're counting it off, it took 20 minutes to make this little squirrel. If we're counting in all that extra time to tack things on, it took 24 minutes and 6 seconds. So overall, that is amazing to make this little squirrel. So cute. I love him so much, and I feel like just sitting him in a little bin, like I have some wooden display like bowls. I think that would be really cute, and you could crochet little acorns to go beside him. That would be absolutely precious. But you guys, look how much of this yarn that I had left. This is it. So I'm really glad that I was able to finish this little squirrely guy. I didn't even know we were playing yarn chicken. I mean, I guess we still have a good bit left, but I couldn't make another chicken with this. I don't really know what I can do with this now. It's just a big long yarn string. But I was able to finish our little squirrel. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on embroidering his nose really fast. We're just gonna use the black like she did. And I feel like my embroidery game is going up a little bit. Especially after watching Kayla's video for the embroidered eyes, Cluck and Buzz Crochet, I love watching her channel and she has the cutest embroidered eyes ever. Like hers are just next level cute. And so she did a tutorial on her channel and I've been using that every single time now. And I just feel like it's such a cute way to do them. She adds the white in the eyes and then she also does like the little eyelash piece that goes across. So, so cute. So thank you, Kayla, for sharing how you do your embroidered eyes. That has helped me out a lot. But I feel like just in general with other things too, I'm getting a little bit better with embroidery. Like I'm getting it down. For a while, embroidery and me were not very good friends. We were kind of frenemies a little bit because I like the look of it. I like that it makes it baby safe, but it was not fun. It's not a fun time. But now it's getting a little bit better and I'm starting to not mind doing embroidered details. So I just finished up his little nose. There we go. What do you guys think? Do you like him? He is so cute. So I would say yes, absolutely. This is a market-friendly pattern. And for pricing, so this little guy's definitely smaller. And I also used a smaller yarn, obviously, like Hobie is a smaller kind of yarn. It's similar to Parfait Chunky, I would say. But compared to like our pumpkin guy, he's smaller, obviously. Here they all are next to each other. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. Okay, back to the squirrel. I would probably price him at $8. Just with the amount of work that went into him, I don't think I'd make him $5 because it took some time to kind of, just the little details, the ears, this little bit of sewing. I feel like he could be an $8 pattern. So at my markets, I'll be pricing him for $8. I might even make him a keychain. I have to show you guys my keychain display. That'll be in another video. But anyway, super cute, market friendly, $8 item. Yes, it passes the test. Yay, all of these patterns passed the market friendly test today. So, so cute. So just a little recap. This one took me, how long did it take me, guys? Now I gotta remember. I'll pop it on the screen. I think 30 minutes to make this little pumpkin pie plushie. This little guy took me 31 minutes. And this little squirrel took me 24 minutes. So all of these are so fall, like pumpkin pie. Are you getting more fall than that? No. A little pumpkin with legs, more fall than that? No. A squirrel, that's fall because woodland, remember I said woodland is fall. So these are just adorable little patterns and I definitely think you should try all of these out. Again, I'll have the links to all these patterns down in my description box if you want to try these out. Go show these creators some love because the amount of work that goes into pattern designing, I'm definitely getting the appreciation for it now that I'm trying to make patterns myself. And a little update, I will be listing, oh my goodness, there goes my plant. I will be listing my candy corn bear soon. Once I kind of fine tune the details, he definitely is wide-eyed. Look how far apart his eyes are. He needs to be a little bit closer. What do you guys think though? Do you like him? Leave any suggestions down below. But he will be coming soon and he might be in an upcoming market make video. We'll see. But all of these patterns, oh my gosh, it's crazy in here. All these patterns are so cute and I really enjoyed testing them. So now that means we have a total of 8, 9, 10, 11 different market-friendly crochet patterns in this series so far. This is episode 3. So if you haven't checked out episode 1 or 2, definitely go watch those. I have a playlist linked on my YouTube channel with all of these videos so you can get all kinds of market inspiration, find new patterns, see how long they take to make, get an idea for pricing. I just feel like it's a win-win for both of us, finding these patterns and you guys getting some inspiration. So if you watched all the way to the end and you hung out with me today, first off, comment your favorite pattern down below. Let me know, did you like the squirrel? Did you like the little pumpkin friend? And I threw the pumpkin pie on the floor. Or did you like the pumpkin pie? Which one is your favorite? And if you made it this far in the video, comment the squirrel emoji down below. I gotta check and see if that's an emoji. Yes. It looks like it's an emoji, at least on Apple. So comment the squirrel emoji down below so I can give you a big thank you for sticking with me till the end. And the Bible verse of the day is one of the stickers that I made because I feel like it's such a good verse for this time of year. And that is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Friends, you are so, so loved. I so appreciate you being here every week and leaving me comments and just being a part of this crafty and cozy family. If you're not already following me on Instagram, definitely be sure to head over there and give me a follow. Send me some market prep patterns that I can try out for these videos, and let's just chat and be friends over there. And I will see you guys next Saturday for a new video. Bye.